Hey guys, it's Jalen here with IGC60, and I just want to say before I start these guides, these are really for the parents out there because I know parents can have a pretty hard time trying to buy specific items in stores, especially nowadays where things are so technical and a dual core processor, is a necessity now in a lot of these smartphones. So anyway, I'm just gonna really break things down into plain English. I'm not really gonna go into too technical details. I'm just gonna say this is faster than this, and that's it. I'm not gonna go into this has this processor and this has 1080p, but I'm just gonna say this is better than this is faster than that, this is better quality than that. Simple. And another reason I'm making this kind of earlier on is because Black Friday is coming up next week, and I know a lot of parents want to take advantage of that and get really good deals on a lot of these gifts. So I'm going to make this beforehand so that you know what to look for if you are shopping on Black Friday. So yeah, a lot to say. And that's it. So please enjoy, and I hope this helps. So the first category is computers. Now, the only type of computers I will be covering is laptops, mainly because laptops are the pretty much a top selling type of computer there is right now, if you do not include the growing tablet market. But the two top contenders we have here are the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro. So these are two awesome computers made by Apple, in case you do not know. So I'm going to start off with the MacBook Air. So the MacBook Air is perfect for students. It's really good for a student, like a college student, that is not requiring a lot of heavy-duty, graphic design or video editing work or anything that's going to require a lot of power. It's great for a college student that just needs to make Word documents, have their iTunes library to listen to some music, and just do things very lightly, very not too power heavy applications, if that makes any sense. You guys probably know what I mean, but it is super portable. It is the thinnest computer Apple offers, obviously, hence the name MacBook Air. It is very thin. If you've not been to an Apple store and already have held it in your hands before, I recommend that you do that if you are thinking about buying it for somebody, just so that you can see for yourself just how thin the MacBook Air is. So it is very portable. It's offered in 11 inches and 13 inches. It works perfectly with all other Apple devices, just like most Apple products. So, it's very good to have for if you have other Apple devices along with you, as if you have an iPad or an iPhone. It just works very well, just like all other Apple devices. They play nicely together. Onto the cons. Like a lot of Apple products, it is pricey. The 11-inch model starts at $1,000, which is the low-end model. It is, in my opinion, I think it's worth it. It really boils down to the gift buyer, I guess. It's all up to you. But in my opinion, it is worth it. Like most Apple products, they do last a very long time, as long as you treat them nicely. There is no disk drive on the MacBook Air. That could be an issue because I know discs are quickly fading away, but I know a lot of students do still need discs for certain classes and other things along the way. But there is, for software-wise, there is the Mac App Store, which is built into the MacBook Air and all Macs now. So you can install a lot of very useful applications or software through the Mac App Store. So you don't really need disk anymore for software. And the last con is there's not much storage space. The 11-inch low-end model starts off with 64 gigabytes, and now an iPhone can hold up to 64 gigabytes. So you can kind of see just it doesn't have much storage space available. But again, that's the low-end model starting at 64 gigabytes, and it does go up from there. And onto the MacBook Pro. So the MacBook Pro is also perfect for college students, except the MacBook Pro is more for students that are majoring in video production, graphic design, animation, basically anything that's going to require more power than the average student would need. So if you're doing anything besides just creating Word documents, anything that's going to require more power and more speed, the MacBook Pro is for you. So it has an excellent form factor. just like the MacBook Air. It's definitely not as thin as it, but it is still very portable. The build quality is excellent. It's very sturdy. Again, I highly recommend that you check it out in your nearest Apple store because it's really something to see for yourself. Just like all Apple products, it works well with other Apple devices. Onto the cons, though, it is again pricey. The 13-inch starts at $11.99. That is the low-inch model, and then it can go up to this is the starting point for one of the high-end models. It's $24.99 for a 17-inch model. So it all depends on how much you are willing to spend. So which one do I recommend that you get for your gift receiver this year? Well, between the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, I honestly think, in my opinion, that the MacBook Pro is the way to go. One, it does have much more storage. This is starting at the low-end models too. The low-end model MacBook Pro has much more storage than the MacBook Air. There is a disk drive. That shouldn't be an issue because, again, a lot of software can be installed on the Mac App Store, but there is a disk drive on the MacBook Pro. It isn't on the Air. And you're getting more power, more speed in the MacBook Pro, and that's only for $200 more. And when you're getting into like the thousands area, I think it's pretty safe to say that another extra $100 or doesn't really make that much of a huge difference in the decision making. But I honestly think that you're getting a much better value with the MacBook Pro by spending that extra $200. And again, that's for the low end model. So the MacBook Pro starts at $11.99 for 13 inches for a 13-inch display, and then the MacBook Air starts at $9.99 for a 11-inch display.